Lately, it seems there is so much hype around Austin, Texas, both good and bad.
It's getting even harder for people to find new affordable homes to buy in the Austin area.
People love it. People hate it. The city's growing, the city's changed.
So it feels like Austin's housing market continues to skyrocket, and that's because it is skyrocketing.
It's easy to get swept up in all the chaos. And with all the changes, it's easy to overlook one simple, glaring, important question.
Housing prices.
One of the hottest real estate markets in the nation.
Is Austin even affordable anymore?
Austin housing prices keep going up, and a new report questions whether we're paying too much.
There's so many people that are struggling to make ends meet.
I've spent a lot of time coursing through data, just trying to get a clear answer to this question. And I think I've got it. In this video, we're going to take a look at what Austin used to be, what it's become, what's happening behind the scenes, what trends are amplifying affordability concerns, and ultimately, how does Austin compare to other major cities? I'm Adam in Austin, a local real estate agent here in Austin, Texas. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below so you can be connected with everything you'd want to know about moving to Austin, Texas. But for now, is Austin even affordable anymore? Let's get into it. First things first, in order to have a practical discussion about this issue, we have to get alignment about what has happened to Austin on a local level over the past 40 years. Let's jump back to the 80s and 90s. In this era, Austin was still a new city, very much in its infancy. In 1980, Austin's population was just 345,000. The Pennybacker Bridge wasn't completed until 1982. The first South by Southwest didn't occur till 1987. By the time we hit 1990, the population was right around 450K. That's less than half of what it is right now. In 1991, Austin officially became the live music capital of the world. In 1993, Dazed and Confused came out. And in 1999, Austin's main airport, the Austin Bergstrom International Airport, it had just opened. For most folks in Austin, the 80s, the 90s, these were the glory days. Now let's jump to the era between 2000 and 2020. By this time, Austin was effectively going through its teenage years. It was growing and changing fast. By 2000, the population was roughly 650,000 people. In 2002, there was the first Austin City Limits Festival hosted in Zilker Park. By 2003, the famous Frost Bank Tower was built, along with roughly 20 other skyscrapers to follow during that era. By 2010, the Capitol Metro Rail was built, and by 2013, the population was over 880,000 people. That's over 200,000 people gained in right around 13 years. Now let's jump to the current era, the 2020s. At this point in time, our city, Austin, it's matured into an adult. The population is now right around 980,000 people, and Austin is the 13th largest city in the entire United States. Leading up to this point, Austin was the fastest growing metro in the United States 12 years in a row. The important thing to take away from this is that Austin grew into a major city incredibly quickly, historically fast. Many of these monumental changes that shape Austin's culture have only developed in the past 20 or so years. And sadly, with rapid developmental changes come rapid changes in price. And many local Austin residents, they witness these changes right before their eyes. From 2014 to 2024, the median home price increased by 85%. Many of the folks that witnessed this change are still here living in the city today. Because these changes happened so recently, it's easy for these folks to cling to the past when things were more affordable. Because the past, it really wasn't too long ago. This has really impacted the local perspective when it comes to affordability. For locals, compared to what Austin used to be, it's expensive. This is the story most people know about Austin that drives them to think prices have just gotten out of hand. But is it the whole story? What else is happening on a larger scale that's impacting our perspectives on affordability? First off, it's super important to acknowledge that Austin wasn't the only city struggling with rising home prices. Cities all across the United States have been dealing with this same issue for more than 50 years.
I can't afford to buy a home. That's becoming the reality for middle-income earners here in Denver.
How we are facing an affordability crisis.
Guys, the data here is pretty alarming.
New at 11, a red-hot housing market. If you're looking for a home in South Florida and feeling a bit overwhelmed, you're not alone.
And the housing crisis in Nashville. The cost of living has spiked year after year, and many locals say with surging inflation, they simply can't keep up.
San Antonio's housing market remains red hot, with the average home on the market less than a month before it gets sold.
Seattle home prices are up 26.6% from last year, but Seattle, not alone. All 20 cities on the index saw double-digit price increases.
When doing your research, it's super easy to get tunnel vision and just focus in on Austin. Doing this can make you think that affordability issues are a problem just here, but that's not true. It's important to have a broader perspective and know that housing affordability issues are a problem across the nation. To make matters worse, our income hasn't been keeping up. Check out this chart. It outlines the growth in median home prices versus our average national income. Now, a general guideline for an affordable home price to income ratio is 3 or lower, meaning the home price should not be more than 3 times your total annual household income. A ratio of 4 or higher is considered unaffordable. You can see in the 80s and 90s, home price to income ratios, nationally, they ranged anywhere from 3 to 4. That's right on the edge of affordability. But things have been getting exponentially worse as the years have gone by. This disparity, it was exacerbated in the 2000s due to loose lending practices, ballooning house prices, a housing bubble, and the 2008 mortgage crash. It was accelerated again in the 2010s by low interest rates, millennials entering the home buying age, and a shortage in housing supply. It was then accelerated again a third time during the pandemic. This is when so many folks fled major cities and turned to smaller markets to buy homes. These smaller markets, they were still struggling with their housing shortage. The lack of supply and the increased demand, that caused prices to go through the roof again. And all of this happened while the median income across the country, it just saw marginal growth. As a result, median house prices, they're nearly 6 times the median household income in America. This disparity is making home prices across the whole country, not just Austin, more unaffordable every year. Okay, real quick, before we move forward comparing Austin's affordability with other major cities, I gotta pause the video to thank our sponsor. And guys, this is a curveball. The sponsor? It's me. I'm a real estate agent here in Austin, Texas. I help folks move here all the time. If you like the content I produce, if you like my approach towards thinking about real estate, if you like me, then I would love it if you'd consider reaching out to me whenever you're thinking of making the move to Austin. Whether you're thinking of making the move in 10 days or 10 months, my contact info is down below. It's also in the description. Call me anytime. Text me anytime. Whatever questions you've got, I love helping folks. All right, now back to the video. Okay, so you've got the majority of the nation struggling with affordability. Given that landscape, the assumption is still that prices rose more dramatically here in Austin than they did anywhere else, right? In a study analyzing 10-year home price growth across America's major cities from 2014 through 2024, home values actually increased way more dramatically in nearly 40 other major cities, including Detroit, Tampa, Dallas, Phoenix, Columbus. You've got Nashville, Fort Worth, Vegas, San Jose, Miami, Atlanta, San Diego, Denver, Seattle, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Houston, San Antonio, and then here's Austin at number 40. Over the last 10 years, all these major cities saw way more dramatic increases in their median sale price compared to Austin. Again, it's easy when researching Austin to just get tunnel vision and think these changes are only happening here. They're happening everywhere and to worse degrees in other major cities. So all that being said, how does Austin stack up more recently in terms of median sale price compared to other major cities in the United States? Here's a list of just the top 25 major cities in the United States based on population. You can see Austin, it's down here, it's number 13. Let's see how all these cities have done over the past 25 years with regards to median sale price. Okay, here in the middle, this is the national average for sale price across the United States. And right there, that's Austin. You can see how many of the fluctuations in Austin real estate's values totally parallel that of the nation. You're going to see these same variations with every city described, just at varying price points. Let's start with the smaller scale markets: Oklahoma City, El Paso, Indianapolis, Columbus, San Antonio. Then you've got Houston right above San Antonio, along with Philadelphia, Chicago, Jacksonville, Charlotte, and Dallas. So you can see we've touched on most of the major Texas cities. From a median sales price perspective, they're more affordable than Austin. Then you have Vegas, Nashville, and Phoenix, all very comparable to Austin. Above Austin, you've got Washington, D.C., New York, Denver, Boston, Seattle, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Jose. Ultimately, I think you can clearly see that when it comes to major cities, Austin's median sale price, it's actually right in the middle of the pack. Look, there's so many ways to value affordability when it comes to a city. For instance, you can look at cost of living and find that Austin's cost of living is actually listed at 3% below the national average. You could take that a step further and compare Austin's cost of living to its median household income. The Motley Fool did this just recently in May of 2025. They created a list they titled as the 10 most affordable cities with high salaries and low cost of living. They say the most affordable cities hit the sweet spot by having comparatively high salaries along with low cost of living. They compared hundreds of cities across the entire United States, and Austin came out ranked 5th most affordable out of hundreds of cities. Look, I think it's clear that there are tons of different ways to look at affordability when it comes to living in a city. What ways do you see that I might have missed? Put it in the comments down below. Okay, so circling back to our question from the start of this video, is Austin even affordable anymore relative to other major cities? The answer is definitely yes. One other key thing to consider, and I don't think it's mentioned enough, Austin's growth has led to the growth of numerous surrounding cities, all within a 30-minute or less drive to downtown. Areas like Round Rock, Pflugerville, Georgetown, Bastrop, Buda, Cedar Park, Leander. All of these cities offer tons of great living opportunities at great price points. They can be literally hundreds of thousands of dollars cheaper than Austin, while also being at the same time so close, you forget their other cities. They feel like outer boroughs of Austin. If the idea of moving to Austin seems expensive, then look into these other areas where you can experience all the benefits of the city while living a more affordable lifestyle. Ultimately, my takeaway is that Austin is a fantastic city to live in. It's young, it's growing, it's exciting, diverse, there's tons of great food, there's great culture. You get the experience of living in a big city while enjoying a small town feel. Compared to other major cities, I think Austin provides fantastic bang for your buck, all while being relatively affordable compared to its competition. If living in a city like Austin is within your budget, I can't recommend it enough. As I mentioned earlier, I'm Adam in Austin. I'm a local real estate agent here in Austin, Texas. If you're considering making a move to the city and want to work with a fun, intelligent, insightful, responsive, no BS agent, then I really hope you'd consider working with me. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. My contact info is below and in the description. I'm based here in Austin and I love helping folks out. Reach out to me and I can make the process fun and easy. Give me a call. You can do it right there. Also, real quick, if you'd like to figure out which part of Austin is best for you, then you should definitely check out this video right here where I break down the entire map. I give folks a clear idea of what's happening central, east, west, north, south, all over the city. I discuss all the major landmarks, all the upcoming developments. It should be popping up right now. It's packed full of information you're going to want to hear, and it will definitely give you an idea of which part of the city is best for you. Check it out.